is Hanuri, tax advisor and expert. In our corner today, we'll briefly recall what reporting obligations we actually have as freelancers facing a manager trying finesse insurance to somewhat grasp a concept. Let's start with reporting to the tax authority. As an exempt dealer, I'm required to report once a year around January of the following year until January 15th. And the following year, I'm required to report for the sake of what is a cycle. My income as a freelancer is what's called a cycle for an exempt dealer, when what they actually come to check is that I haven't exceeded this cycle and became authorized to add more. Right, for the year 2022, the turnover for the exempt dealer is 102,292. If I've crossed this income cycle, the critique becomes the subject like doing like its head now will start to... Just to know him, he is required to submit a periodic report for the sake of once a month or every 2 months, depending on the reminder cycle. The higher my cycle of estimates and incomes, the more the authorities will want us to communicate with others more frequently. More so far, however, what's income? As a freelancer, what does he want from it? To start, we have the monthly, or to be more precise, bi-monthly advances in most cases, where in fact, as a slice of my income, I need to pay for the overseas version of the advances. Not everyone needs to make advance payments. Only those who end up with a relatively high profit, he actually needs to pay tax on the account of the advances that will come during participation. Apparently, the goal is to reach the annual report, and there things reset, and that's where you can see exactly what my tax bill. So essentially, we're breaking down, and they divide the same discrete piece to the number of payments during the year according to my income cycle. The obligation to report that exists is the annual report. The annual report is submitted in the year following the end of the calendar year, usually in April or May. For example, I will only submit the report for the year 2022 in May, June. For the year 2020, it is 3 years after that. Another report, another screen, second generation, mini type. This is a declaration of load. A declaration of load, it's a document that is not required. Every year, except once in a few years, usually in the first, third or fifth year. When there are the videos about the control report, and also about the snippet on the channel. Let's move to our last authority, which is actually national insurance. National insurance. Actually, there are some people who don't need to pay national insurance at all, so it doesn't play a role for us. Talking about people whose incomes are very, very low, while they either have coverage, alternatively, it refers to women who are in fact married. In such a situation, the legislator resolves even someone with a very comfortable income, in addition to a pension or a married woman, in a situation where in both these cases, there's no need to pay development to the same entity. When is national insurance required to be paid? When income is more significant, or alternatively, if I have no income, who will remember? Or if I would be happy, he is sunken into an Israeli man in a decisive by direct debit with a credit card or a bank standing order if necessary.
It's not a promotion. It's not a promotion.
Then in fact there are additional bonding obligations. I need to talk to the national insurance every month about the employee's deal, and to pay the national insurance I cleaned from them in a traditional pay slip. Another authority I needed to speak with, in the age of employee engagement, it's a risk to a risk. I can report once a month, once every 2 months, and once every 6 months. It's not really up to me, but what the law determines according to the extent of employee's employment. He wants to meet me or chase the money I clean for workers so much every month. That's it, friends. The main report to the tax authorities. I hope we've made some sense of all the chaos. The magical continuation. Hello.